Okay, well, we're back at it. We're going to try and pull some of these logs. I'm going to save this big one for last, of course. We're doing this one first. It's pretty long. Handy dandy neighbor there is getting things set up, and the winch is getting powered up. And we're going to try and get this one out. Still pretty wet, so we don't know if we're going to be able to pull or not, but we'll see. And then we're going to come and get that piece of stump and the one under it. And then if it don't start storming and raining by then, we're going to attack this big one. Can we do it? Don't know. Chances are 50-50 at best. But it'll be fun to find out. I get a little forward tilt on the tripod so the wind don't blow it over. It's on a hill. Okay.
This one's not as weak as your old one.
It's the same winch.
Yeah, it's a newer winch though. It's not done as much work as the other one. As far as you want me to go up.
Well, as far as we go.
That's it.
Don't make excuses for my poor equipment.
I'm not.
The other winch
Just done a lot of work.
The other winch is my old buddy.
That was what, 4 years now on your.
Yeah, maybe 5. And that was the first one I bought, I think.
Oh, it was the other front one you burned up on it.
Yeah. The back one was the first one I bought, I think.
Just took this back here.
Yeah, it don't matter. Put it in your shirt pocket, don't matter.
Might lose it.
That'll do. We may never get it out.
I was going to say that, but never say never around here is what I've been told.
That's right. I need to make a shorter strap. What I need to do is cut that off and put a loop in it, make it shorter. But it is what it is. If I get too close, we'll know it.
Yeah, I think we're about to it.
Yeah, I guess
It's like it got a little narrow through here. You're getting a little close.
I can see the big stump coming up in the mirror.
Okay. So it felt like we were breaking over. Yep, there it is. That's the first break and it goes real steep.
Yeah, I'm going to get over this time. find out if it don't pull.
This is true. I'm gonna tie a rope to it this time just to get it out of there.
I don't know.
You think we can? Brake's not open.
Gotta apply them manly instead of soy boy. I applied them soy boily. No girly man feet on the brake pedal. Gotta be wild man foots on the brake pedal. Oh, wait a minute. We're just looking at the side of the truck here. What are we doing? Gotta remember to move the camera. See if we can get this big one here to move. We're gonna try and pull it up towards the truck with the winch. Where to work? I don't know. My handy dandy neighbor don't know either. If he knows, he ain't telling. It's like that. He says I ain't gonna learn if he tells me everything. Yeah. He hasn't learned about all the snags on the cable, and I ain't telling him. Yeah, it's going. Keep pulling.
She's pulling around sideways. You want to put that rope around this end and wedge.
If we can lift that end up, we'll just go with it. Watch that springy tree.
Good trap.
I should put a snare on that for the winter.
Right.
Ooh, it's lifting. All right, who knew? There we go. Okay, surprisingly, the winch lifted this big old log, so we might be able to pull it. We're gonna see. We need to go to town and rent a fat guy for counterweight on the front of the truck. We'll be back.
Keep going, I'll follow you up the trail.
If it don't work, I'll be back sooner. And then I'll pick you up at the top. It says in four-wheel drive.
That's that right here's where the rear end breaks over the.
Yeah, and the front wheel spun too, looks like.
Yep.
Huh. Crazy.
Got the rope and all set on.
Let's see what we got here. can hook it low. Maybe it'll roll a little bit. Whoops. There. Untwist it. Ta-da! Got a wet knee. Whoops. That's all she's got. Out of room. Ow. That went better than I thought. Unless it rolls and that digs in.
There we go. Key is not go over that breaking point.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Slipped a little there.
I had to start.
Yeah, well, got that other little one out, got the big one up. Now we're going for the giant granddaddy of them all. Will it work? Don't know. We'll see. Now we're going to see if we can pull this big one over to the lane to where we can get the truck onto it. So we got a 3-to-1 set up, and the red one's just to change the direction. No mechanical advantage. The two silver ones, 3-to-1. Tied off on the load, so that makes it 3-1, 2, 3. So will a mule pull it over here? I don't know. We'll find out. If it rolls over and twists the lines up, we'll have to stop and redo. I ran out of ground, ran out of gumption, started spinning. But
It had to be this Greenbrier held it. That's what had to be.
sometimes that's all it takes, huh? That probably kept it from going downhill and pulling me and the mule with it.
I don't have to be running down the hill.
Yeah, that took me and the mule with it. So, well, that should pull. Well, we could probably get the truck on it here. But if we can pull it over a little bit more, it'd be better. I'll back down to that little tree and shorten the rope up and then try it. If we can get out just a little more.
I noticed that it's wearing a little, and I'm not sure why.
Because I had wire running through it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Off the truck. Is that when you pulled the
Yeah.
yeller out?
Yeah. No, when I what'd I do? When I pulled red out, I don't know. I had the wire run through it one time. Well, when I was pulling them blowdowns. Yeah, we'll try it here and see what happens. Close, but no cigar. Well, we can put a strap on this to the truck. Okay. All right, time to switch vehicles. Too wet. Too wet. I was wondering if it was going to take off and go downhill on us.
There you go.
That cut pretty good till I hit the mud. It cut, I think it dulled it up a little bit when I hit.
Dead rocking spot. Yep. Rock.
But it didn't cut terrible afterwards, but it cut really good beforehand, so I think I finally...
We ought to cut that other one off yet. Because it's going to roll and get pinched between those two little ones.
Well, but it should be lighter than that piece. It's longer, but it's skinnier.
Right. But I meant getting it out.
Well, if this rolls up against this little tree, it should fit right up through here, right?
I would hope so.
Cut it. If it don't fit through there, we'll just deal with it.
We'll lose another tree for firewood.
Yeah. We'll just figure it out. Well, what a rookie mistake here, huh? I didn't check the battery condition before we started this morning. Apparently it wasn't full up and it died. Didn't know. We just kept working, doing things, talking. Thought it was fine, but it wasn't. So I apologize for that. But we'll see if we can slip a little music in here from time to time and do better the next time. All right, see ya. Here we're using the winch, the 12,000-pound winch on the front of Old Red to get the logs up to the close to that flat spot, so then we can put a strap on it and pull it out with Old Red. If we take Old Red over that dip there, it's still too wet and it was slippery and was losing traction every time. That's what we're doing now. Okay, we got the other log up there and pulled it up to the wood yard. Now we're back to get the next one. And this one's a little longer, but probably a little lighter, but we're doing the same thing, pulling it up to where we need to with the winch, and then we put it on the strap, turn the truck around, and haul it up to the wood yard. May not be the best way, but it's working with what we got. Instead of doing doing the one, pulling it up there and then turning the truck around and haul it to the wood yard and then come back and get the next one, we decided to get two of them up there while the truck is in that angle. And as you can see, it's wash, rinse, and repeat. So all we're doing, just pulling this log up, we'll get it up there beside that other one. Then we'll get the truck turned around and pull one of them up to the wood yard and come back and get the other one, pull it up to the wood yard. And then when we get them all stacked up and get enough up there, then what we do is I split them and make them into firewood. See ya. Okay, we got one hooked up to old Red. Here we go, getting ready to pull it up to the wood yard. We got my handy dandy little winch holder my neighbor made for me on there. And as you can see, it works like a charm. See ya. Here we're at the top of the hill making a turn onto the main trail to go down to the wood yard. This is the only really kind of tricky spot, but we're kind of used to it. Then as you can see, this is where we're pulling into the wood yard, and we'll drop it off and go back and get the other one. As you can see, the wood yard's kind of a mess and too many logs there, so we're just about to the point now. We pull them into wherever we can and drop them, and that's where they lay. And then when I get rigged up to start winching them up onto the pile, I can run the cable out to wherever they're at and get them winched up onto the big stack there. So where they fall is where they're at. Here we are now. We're back to get the last one, and it should be. We should be able to get it up there with no problem. It's on. We got it all hooked up, and he's about to give it a little gas and see if it slips. Nope, ain't slipping. There we go. Up the hill. We'll get her down to the wood yard and get her done. Here we got it at the wood yard. Now it's time to drop it. And it's a little bit out into the path that we can't quite get around it. So what you're going to see next is I'm going to try, there's a piece of bar sticks out on the bottom of the winch holder there, and I'm going to try and push it back with that and push it out of the way a little bit. But as you can see, when I tried to do that, it kept riding up on top of the log, and the neighbor had to get the can hook out and kind of work with it too. But eventually we got it where it needed to go, and today was a good day. Okay, we're getting lined up now to try and push it back a little bit and get it out of the path. I always like to try and leave the path open and get around it, because you never know when we're going to have to go from one end to the other for whatever reason. So it's not a good idea to have the path blocked. Then I'm trying to line up the truck now, and then we'll see if we can push it back. And as you will see, the idea is good. The execution is a little off because the bar keeps riding up on top of the log. So it took 3 or 4 tries, but we ended up getting it where it needed to go. So that's all that matters. As long as we get it done, how we get it done don't really matter. Right or wrong, it's done. See ya. Here comes the neighbor to save the day. I could have been out there for 3 or 4 hours. Keep riding up on top of the log. And not riding up on top of the log is not that big a deal, but when you pull forward to try and get it off the top, then half the time it pulls the log back to where you started, so you lost the ground you gained. So, how do I know that? You don't want to know how I know that, but as you will be able to see, we'll get it done this way, because when it's time to pull forward, then the neighbor can hold the log with the cant hook, and that, so we don't lose the ground we gained. I'm thinking what we need to do is weld another little piece on that bar that sticks out there. Uh, I don't know, maybe go down 4 or 5 inches, or 3, 4, whatever we can, and up about 6 inches. That way, when it contacts the log, it'll contact enough of it that maybe it won't ride up over the top. Maybe we could hook it on in such a way that we can just put it on with a pin and take it off when we don't need it. I'll have to look at this now that I'm back to working. Well, sorry for the no mic thing. That's a rookie mistake. Battery was dead. So, but as you can see, we got all the logs up to the wood yard. Had a good day. Got a lot of work done in a short time. So do me a favor, you know what to do. Poke the button to like, to subscribe, to share. And until the next time, when I'll have a mic working again, I hope, this is the geezer saying, see ya.